Hello everyone, it's Sabrina here for Aspiring to Creativity at glimmercraft.blogspot.com and for Paper Architecture with Sabrina at paper-architecture-sabrina.blogspot.com. And what I thought I would do with you, I'm about to start a project, and then I thought I would share with you a little tip. It has to do with the 12 by 12 pads and maybe your 8 by 8 pads. I find there's not too much of a problem with the 6 by 6 or 6.5 pads, but the larger pads, sometimes when you are pulling your papers out from the spine here where it's glued together, even if you're really careful, sometimes you can accidentally rip into your paper. So I thought to myself one day when it happened to me that maybe we should do what they suggest you do when you buy a brand new hardcover book. And that is to break the spine in, and surprisingly it worked much better. So what I'm going to do is, you won't be able to see the whole 12 by 12 pad when it's opened out for you, but we're going to be focusing on the spine part, so that's what you kind of need to see. So what I like to do is I like to take it, and what I do is I hope that you can see this on the screen, because you may be able to see one side and not the other. I'm not sure, but I like to stand it up so it's on the spine like so, and then you take your back cover and you just go like this to make sure that it's not sticking to the glue somewhere or to the back of the paper. And then you do the same, oh I'm sorry, I just bumped the camera, do the same on this side. And then you go to the next page, and the next page. And as you get towards the center, it gets a little bit more challenging. At first it's quite easy to do, but when you get towards the center, it's a little harder to make it work. So you're just breaking the spine in like you do with a hardcover book. Trying very carefully not to bump the camera again. Aren't these lovely colors? I love this paper. But then Graphic 45, as many of you know, is one of my favorite lines of paper. So I hope that you can see what I'm doing here. It takes a little bit of time, but it certainly saves ripping of your beautiful paper that you paid money for. This pad is a little easier. I've had some in the past where there was a lot of glue and it was quite difficult to do, and I actually had to pull the papers a little bit so they wouldn't be sticking to each other. This one's going quite nicely. There we go, and we're done. So now when you go to rip out a piece of paper, it's going to be a lot easier to do, even if you're ripping it out from the center of the book. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that this little tip helps you out. Happy paper crafting!